Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rchakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled birds scattered throughout the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening to you. I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson on the brother Chadash here from the GMS Chicago camp, coming back at you with another lesson through the Spirit. And as you can see, the title of the lesson, I put the usual suspects. And this topic, it was basically inspired from all these different videos that have been coming up on my Instagram. All right, and I had watched one of the videos, and when I liked it, the algorithm started basically giving me even more videos about this situation, man. All right, and all throughout these videos, you see a common denominator, man. The usual suspect. You keep seeing Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, all right, be a sexual predator, man, trying to meet up with little boys and girls, man. All right, and then on top of that too, you got the elites, the ones that run their society, the ones that are pulling the strings, all right, on this empire, getting exposed on the Epstein files. So you got the elites of the Edomites into nasty behavior concerning children. And you got the low level, nasty ass, weak ass Edomites that are broke as hell in America, working 2-3 jobs, crying in their cars, also trying to meet up with little children, man. Think about that. These Edomites are disgusting, man. This is the book of Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. This devil, Esau Edom, is a profane person, man. He's outside of the temple. The Lord is not dealing with these Edomites, man. It doesn't matter how Christian they think they are, or how many verses they may display on their social media, or how conservative they think they are, and how American they are. It doesn't matter. They're Edomites, man. And the Lord is not dealing with you Edomites. The Lord hates you Edomites. Okay? You are a nasty people unto the Lord, man. And the scriptures let it be known that you are hated of the Lord. This is the book of Malachi 1 and 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. You see, so the Lord, the Most High God, Yahweh, that created heaven and earth, there's a people that he loves, and there's a people that he hates. Okay, and the people that he loves are the nation of Israel, man. Not those nasty ass rats over there with small hats on their head that basically took that land in 1948. Those are not the real Israelites, man. That's not of the seed of Jacob. Those are Edomites, man. The real seed of Jacob, the real 12 tribes of Israel, are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and you Native Americans, and you speckled birds that may look like these other nations, but goes back to one of the 12 tribes, man. All right? So the Lord loves the nation of Israel, and there's a nation that he hates, the nation of Esau, Edom. All right? The Lord hates these Edomites, man. Okay? And there are many reasons why the Lord hates these Edomites. They were the first one to attack Israel when we were delivered out of Egypt. All right? They were coming up against us, under every captivity. All right. And then especially during the Greek captivity, when Alexander the Great took over the world, the known world at the time, a couple generations after that, you had Antiochus Epiphanes that basically Hellenized the world. And one of the people that he Hellenized were the Israelites, man. All right, mainly the southern kingdom. All right, the so-called tribe of the so-called black people, man. That's what you people call them today. But in the ancient world, they would be known as Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. their real, true biblical names. All right. And those tribes were in that part of the world at the time that the Greeks Hellenized the world under Antiochus, man. And especially under Antiochus, these Edomites were persecuting our people, putting them to death, subjecting them to the Hellenization culture. All right. And then the Roman period, man. So all throughout history, these Edomites have came up against our people, man. And there's a reason why the Lord hates them. All right. They have literally touched the apple of his eye. They have touched the people of Israel, the people who he loves, man. You see? And what do the scriptures say about that? The Lord is not going to forgive you for touching the nation of Israel, man. This is Jeremiah 2 and 3. Israel was holiness unto Yahweh in the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend. Evil shall come upon them, saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So the nation of Israel is ultimately the first fruits of his increase, man. All right. The nation of Israel is the apple of the Lord's eye. All right. If you had an apple tree in front of you and you see that one apple that you, out of all the apples in the tree, that's the one that you want. That's the one that you're looking at. That's how the Lord regarded the nation of Israel, man. Out of all the apples in this, in this tree, out of all the fruit in this tree, it don't got to be an apple. It could be an orange, whatever fucking fruit you could think of, man. I'm just trying to make a metaphor. All right. The nation of Israel was chosen by the Lord. That was the apple of his eye, man. You see? So if you touch the nation of Israel, you're going to offend and evil's going to come upon you. And that's why the Lord in these last days, one of the greatest things that we're able to witness is the exposing of Esau Edom. All right. We're watching Esau Edom fall apart, get exposed, get talked about how nasty he is. All right. We're watching his governments that he set up, all the institutions that he set up through our blood, sweat, all right, rape, rob, and murdering, all right, everything that Esau built was off our blood, sweat, and tears, man. For the past 500 years, off of our slavery, the transatlantic slave trade, that's what paved the way for these current modern institutions and these corporations and the fact that there's billionaires on earth and trillionaires on earth. That was all made possible from our blood, sweat, and tears, man. All right, that whole capitalistic society, the way that it's set up, it was all made possible through our blood, sweat, and tears, man. But the most beautiful thing about this good news coming out in these last days, we're not only exposing Esau Edom and linking his identity biblically, all right, but we're also exposing all his crimes against humanity and his crimes against the Israelites, man, and his crimes all throughout history, man. All right. And we're also exposing him in real time, bringing out real crimes that he's committing recently, man. So this devil is being exposed, and very soon he's going to get judged and destroyed, man, and put into slavery. You see, so we're living in some very beautiful times, man. The Lord is not dealing with you Edomites, man. All right. And you Amalekites, so I'm going to address you Amalekites too. All right. This is Sirach 25 and 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So one of the greatest things a man could ever witness that would make his heart happy is to see the fall of his enemy. You see, and that's what we're witnessing firsthand in these last days, man. Okay, because Esau Edom is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. This is 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau Edom would ultimately be at the end of this age. So he would be in power. He would be at the forefront of every major power structure. All right, from America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures. All right, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations in the earth. All right, and the beast system, that whole NATO and EU countries, all these European countries. All right, all these Edomite power structures, all right, were ultimately set up by the Edomites. All right, and it's all prophetic because they would be at the end of this age, man. They would be ruling at the end of this age. You see? So as they're in their final days, one of the greatest things that we're watching is them being exposed, man. All right, so now let's get to the video, man, because I got about 7 videos and we don't got to play all of it. We don't got to play the whole video either. Each one is about a minute long. All right, but as you're going to see, man, the usual suspect in these videos of people trying to meet up with young children is Edomites, man. All right, these are a nasty people, man. They're literally, they have a thing for little children, man. When you study the Greek civilization, they were also into little children. When you study what Nero did after he killed his wife, he had a whole little boy as a as he had a whole little boy that was mangled to make him look like his wife, man. And he was dealing with man, this is so fucking disgusting just even trying to say these things, man. These Edomites are disgusting, man. They're disgusting. They're predators. They have a thing for children. All right. They hate the nation of Israel to the point that they actually murder them and don't give a fuck about it because they know that the courts and are gonna let them go free. All right. These people are blatantly against the nation of Israel, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and you Native Americans, you better wake up. You're not fucking black. You're not fucking Mexican. You're not fucking Puerto Rican. You're not fucking Dominican, man. You're an Israelite. And you have a nation of people that hates you. They hate your guts, man. And they outwardly display it every day, man. At this point, it's blatant. These people are disgusting, man. Look at this.
I don't see you.
I see you.
Where are you at?
I'm right behind you. Hey.
What's up?
What's up, man? Let's go over here and have a conversation about what.
Look, man, and it's Jake. It's Jake that's catching these niggas up, man. You got Jake right there in the back with the camera on this fucking Edomite. Look at this ugly ass Edomite, man. You could for sure bet that this Edomite, all his ass does is sit home all day and beat his meat. That's all he does, man. Okay? He probably on them dating websites. Nobody's hitting him up. He be trying to get out at the white woman be turning him down. They be getting with Jake. These Edomites are losers, man. And then on top of that, they be on social media talking hella shit about Jake when they're meeting up with little children. And really biblically, 13-year-old, you being 13-year-old, biblically, you're really considered an adult at that age. But obviously, right here being in America, under the constitutional laws and the laws that the codes and statutes and all those things that America has built throughout the years. All right, obviously, 13 years old, you're considered basically a young, a preteen. You're considered a teenager. But that whole teenager bullshit, that's a modern term. That didn't come around until recently, man. All right. But before that, once you were 12, once you were 12, 13, from the age of 10, from 10 to 13, you were already considered, grown. All right. You were doing things, man, especially if you were a boy, a man. By the time you turned 12, you were considered, a man. When a woman would get her period, she was considered a grown woman. So the ancient world was way more different than it is now, man. But the way that Esau Edom has set it up, here it is. They have made laws and statutes, all right, where basically, you're considered a predator, all right, if you go with a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, but then they're the ones that are mainly doing it. So here it is. They made a law, and they're the ones breaking it, man. These Edomites are fucking hypocrites, man. And they're disgusting, bro. What the fuck is a grown-ass man trying to do meeting up with a 13-year-old boy? That's how you know these were the Greeks, man. These were the Romans. These fucking nasty-ass, fucking no-lip, fucking red-skinned, ham-smelling, cigarette-stinking-ass Edomites are the same ones that were in the Greek world dealing with little boys and having orgies with little boys and in the Roman Empire doing weird ass nasty shit, man. All right, these Edomites are disgusting, bro.
Let's go over here and have a conversation about what you're doing here, all right? You got any weapons on you?
Nope,
No, I got any knives. Where's that?
that's my immune one.
All right, let's go over here.
Nope, I'm not.
Where you going? You gonna have a talk? We're gonna call the police.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, everybody! This man came to meet a 13-year-old boy! He is a pedophile in your city! This man came to meet a 13-year-old boy!
All right, that's enough of that. Let's get the next one. This one is funny, man. Look at this loser ass high IQ. Aren't these the people that have a high IQ? Didn't Matt Walsh say that his people single-handedly modernized the world, modernized America? Well, look at the modern descendants of these fucking Edomites in these last days. Look at what they're getting exposed about.
Okay?
No!
All right. Well, we
My
got.
phone!
I'll get your.
Officer, I just want to brace yourself. So he did show us the child on his phone. This is a video of what seems to be like an 8-year-old girl being raped. And he has multiple other videos on his phone as well. And he was talking to our 13 and 5-year-old decoy.
You said no cops! You just stopped! You baited me!
You look out for the kids, dude.
I understand, but they're doing nothing.
Sorry, you wanted to.
I've been as a child, I've been stressed out my whole life. I have schizophrenia, PTSD, anxiety.
Look at that, man. He said he had schizophrenia and PTSD and anxiety. Wow, these Edomites are always trying to play the victim card. Yo ass knows exactly what you were doing, man. You took that high IQ and were texting a little boy, man. Yo ass ugly as hell, man. You can't get no woman. Your kingdom is falling apart. It's a concrete jungle. You stink. Nobody loves you. The world hates you. Everybody's exposing you. You're realizing that there's a small hat ruling over you. They got all your fucking resources, all your tax money. You're going to go to war very soon. You're going to get drafted. You're fat. You're stinky. You're trying to meet up with young boys and girls. These Edomites are nasty as hell, man. Look at that. Psycho Mormon youth pastor. This nigga is a youth pastor, man. Next. Let's do the next.
Do you want to donate to our charity?
No, sorry.
It's a very important charity.
I understand.
It's charity.
Another Edomite. The last one was, a fat ass Edomite, Mormon youth pastor. Now we got a German nigga. You could hear it in his accent. This is a German Edomite.
To protect minors from predators like you.
Nigga whispered to the shorty he was with, talking about let's go. These people are once they get caught, they always have that stupid look on their face. Look at that. They always have that worried look like, oh fuck, I'm caught, man. I'm fucking fuck. Look, and you could see the red in his skin. These people are not white, they're fucking red, man. You smack an Edomite. I'm not condoning no violence, but I've seen it in videos. When Edomites get smacked, they turn red. When they're in the sun too long, they turn red. When they're nervous, they're red. When they laugh, they're red. When they're mad, they're red. When they get caught red-handed trying to meet up with little children, they turn red. When you're bringing out the scriptures, they turn red. These are the Edomites, man. That's literally what the name Edom means. It means red. Got James over here.
Whoa, got you there. What's up, man? Does your wife know you're out here trying to meet a little boy, right?
14-year-old. These Edomites are gay, man. What are you trying to do? Meet up? You're a whole grown man trying to meet up with a boy. 14 years old. You gay as hell, man.
Online talking to
Then you got this Edomite over here. He's confessing to his wife how he got caught. These people are pitiful, man. The matter of fact, it's just, man, Esau's disgusting, bro. I'm gonna expand my vocabulary and find new ways to say disgusting, because I feel like disgusting is not even the word, man. They're musty. They're reprobates. They're wicked. This is treacherous, man.
I was online talking to and I got caught.
He said he was online talking to kids and got caught. And look it, he got a whole cross with JC on. Isn't this man supposed to be a Christian? Aren't y'all supposed to be Christian?
What?
Yep.
Got online kids who? What the are you talking about?
I was online with a girl being and she was.
You were talking to somebody and she was at.
Yes. Well, they were decoy, but obviously.
Who are you talking to?
My name's Tommy. I'm with Colorado Pet Patrol. Your husband was sending inappropriate pictures of his and having a relationship with 3. One was 13, and he was talking about having all the way to a 6-year-old.
What? Nah, that's crazy. What the fuck, man? Man, Esau's nasty as hell, man. I'm next.
Grade as a 13-year-old.
I actually don't know.
7th grade.
It's 7th.
Were you hanging out with a 7th grader your junior year in high school?
What's junior year? Isn't that 8th grade?
Bro.
These are the people that supposedly have a high IQ. I just want to play this part of the video. This man said he failed 4th grade. Hold on, I gotta play that. I passed 4th grade, nigga. I fucking passed 4th grade. That shit was easy as hell. The fuck? This high IQ Edomite supposedly didn't pass 4th grade. Look.
Okay. So what are people? Okay.
Yeah, I failed 4th grade, and my last year of high school, I got kicked out.
So he failed 4th grade, and his last year of high school, he got kicked out. His teeth are yellow, and he's trying to meet up with a little girl. These are the people with high IQs, man. These are the people that Mexicans want to be like so bad. You Mexicans out there, you want to be white so bad. All right? You niggas out there, you uppity niggas. You just saw what happened to one of the Southern Kingdom Jakes. Y'all better wake up, man. These people are our enemy, and they're disgusting. They're even enemies to their own nation. All right? Go look at the Epstein files, man. All the people that were mainly on the Epstein files, all the so-called victims, they were mainly white children. White children. All right? So these people are nasty, bro. All right? These people are not for us, and they're literally on their way out, man. The wicked is being revealed, all right, through the prophets. They're being exposed. And very soon, their whole kingdom is going to fall when Yahushua comes back. And even before Yahushua comes back, we're already in the middle of a collapse, man. I was reading a post earlier that said that most poor people in Rome didn't even know that it collapsed until they realized that the roads were not working. A lot of people think that once an empire collapses, that it gets announced and everybody knows and there's this great migration of people. But no, man, when an empire falls, all right, it's usually the people at the bottom that find out last. And there's always signs, all right? There's always signs of that collapse. But the poor people, they're so into the system and they're so poor, all right, that they're just working the system until one day the system isn't no longer working. And that's when they finally find out that this shit is collapsed. Well, America, Babylon the Great, we're in the middle of a collapse, man. The dollar ain't shit. All right, this administration is literally isolating itself from the world and all its allies. All right, it's literally fulfilling biblical prophecy, man. And very soon, this so-called great kingdom is going to be reduced to ashes, man. It's going to be destroyed. You see? So everything that these Edomites have built up for the past 500 years, especially the image of the white man, you know, these Edomites have used the last 500 years to really carefully craft the image of the so-called white man being a Christian and this righteous person. But the last couple of years of social media have been destroying that image, man, single-handedly. All these Edomites getting exposed for being predators. All right, you got Amalekites being exposed for fleeing to Israel. All right. How was an alleged small hat child predator allowed to leave the U.S.? All right, it says Tom Artyom Alexandrovich was arrested as part of an undercover operation by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police and federal agents targeting child sex predators. All right, a senior small hat official was arrested in the United States earlier this month and charged with seeking sexual conduct with a minor, only to be released on bail with no conditions on or monitoring allowing him to flee to Israel. All right, so you had a whole small hat that was in America, all right, about to touch on some white children, and they let him go on bail, and he fled to Israel. And this isn't the only case of this situation happening, man. There's multiple cases of this situation happening. These people are nasty people, bro. Another one.
What's up? How's it going?
Gallon?
Yeah.
How are you, man?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good, dude. Yo,
Uh-huh.
I need to have a conversation with you, man. So listen, I work.
Look, his ass was saying, hi, man, you know. But they always have that look once they get exposed. You know his heart dropped. He's afraid, man. And really, these Edomites, once they get caught, that's when they want to play the victim. That's when they want to hit you with the, I got ADHD, I got schizophrenia, I got anxiety, I got this, I got that. No, your ass is wicked. You're an Edomite. That's what you got. That's who you are. You're an Edomite. You're a wicked, nasty, little boy loving Edomite, man. You're just like Nero. You're just like the Greeks. You're just like the Amalekites in the ancient world. You're nasty. Nasty, nasty people, man. The usual suspects. And really, I did this lesson to vex Esau, man. Fuck Esau, bro. You want to talk all this shit about Israelites on social media? You want to talk all this shit about Jake on social media with all these statistics and per capita bullshit fucking lies, man? Nah, let's bring out the evidence, man. Let's bring out the real evidence. Let's bring out the videos. Let's bring out these nasty-ass, ugly-ass Edomites and expose them, man. We're watching the downfall of our enemy in real time, and your whole kingdom is about to collapse in front of your face, and you're about to be broke, all right, hungry, and eating your children, all right? You're about to be going through some very horrible conditions right here in America, followed by a civil war, all right? You Edomites are about to go into all-out chaos, man. This place is done, all right? From the bottom to the top, it's done. You got Israeli officials fleeing the U.S. to escape prosecution. All right, you got the elites of Esau Edom getting exposed on the Epstein files, but then you got the low-level Edomites also on the same thing too, trying to meet up with little boys and girls. So this is a very nasty, wicked world, man. We need salvation. We need the Lord to come back and establish the kingdom. All right, because it says right here in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? So this whole earth right now is in the hands of the wicked. But the Lord has promised and told us through his word that he's about to set up a righteous ruler that is ultimately going to be profitable for the earth, man. This is Sirach 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, and that's Yahweh Shai. Because right now under Esau Edom's rulership, you got all the vile, wicked people of the earth being exalted, man. Okay? You got people like Alex Karp and Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and all these technocrats wanting to put you under a mass surveillance system. Okay? You got And you know, best believe those people are on the Epstein files too, man. Okay? This whole world is in total chaos. It's falling apart. It's languishing. The people are man, interacting with people nowadays is so weird, man. I'd rather just not even interact with people, bro. I keep my interactions with people very minimal. Okay, people are weird as hell now, man. And it seems as the closer and closer we get to the end, man, you see the spirits on these people. And you see how they're languishing right along with Babylon the Great. Their whole spirit is low. And you could tell that they're tired of this place, but they're still keeping the hamster wheel going. They're still running the rat race, man. This is all Esau's fault. Okay? Esau, right now under his rulership, he got the minds of the people in gross darkness. He got his own people, in all weird situations, man. This devil has to go down, man. All right? And a new rulership needs to get put in place under Yahushai, and you Edomites are all going to go into captivity, man. You're not going to feel the face of the world with your cities ever again. You're going to watch the Israelites flourish for 1,000 years after when you're building up our kingdom, and then you're going to be exterminated, and you're never going to see us in our eternity, man. You Edomites, everything that you thought to do unto us and erasing our nation, all right, trying to exterminate us, that's what's going to happen to you and your precious little America that you built up and tried so carefully to make the greatest kingdom in the world, which right now, all throughout history, man, when you really look at all the empires in the world that rose up, America really does take the cake, all right? Ancient Neo-Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar never had this much influence. Neither did the Medo-Persians or the Greeks or the Romans. Okay? This devil Esau Edom, under, this rulership in these last days, Babylon the Great, which is America, this place has greater influence than any other empire has ever had over many peoples. And it has a power structure that is unrivaled, man. That's why right now in these last days, the way that they're going out, it really proves biblical prophecy to be true, because we're seeing this whore, all right, be hated by their allies, man. Those 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, all right? I believe that's Revelation 17 and 16. So these EU nations, all right, these European Union nations are starting to turn on America. All because of their position that they're taking with the small hats, which is all biblical prophecy, man, because the scriptures talk about how the least of the flock would draw them out. So everything is lining up perfectly for us, all right? And everything is about to collapse for Esau Edom, and the Lord is about to set over the earth, one that is profitable, which is Yahushai. And under Yahushai, what's going to be happening, man? All right, it says in Isaiah 32 and 1, behold, the king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. So righteousness is going to be of force. All right, righteousness is actually going to reign under Yahushai, man. It's going to be all throughout the earth in harmony. All right, so it's going to be Yahushai, King David, and the 144,000, man. Because Yahushua is the king that's going to reign in righteousness, and the princes that shall rule in judgment, that's talking about the elect, the 144,000, man. They're going to be judges in the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? Setting everything in order righteously. So there isn't going to be no Edomites going around trying to meet up with little boys trying to do sodomite shit, man. There isn't going to be no Edomite trying to play the victim card for their wickedness, man. There's not going to be no Edomites trying to flee their crimes that they're doing against children and going to another country, all right, just to escape prosecution, man. There's not going to be none of that. There's not going to be no Epstein file type of situations in the kingdom. There's not going to be no dealing with children in the kingdom, all right? All those things that Esau Edom does on this side, that's all going to disappear, man. And righteousness is going to be of force. All right, the kingdom is going to be beautiful, man, and it's going to flourish under the Israelites. All right, so greatness is about to be established on earth, man, through Yahweh Shai, man. So Tawadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for giving us this truth, because not only is it comforting us and exhorting us to keep on fighting, but we're also through this word, all right, casting down the strongholds of our enemy, all right, and exposing him through the word, all right. And we're not being carnal with it, man. We're actually bringing out things that you do, linking it with the scriptures and posting the lesson, and you are all getting mad at us. Hey, look, man, we're not the ones that are going around doing that nasty behavior that you're doing, man. Go talk to your people, man. That's your people. All right, Esau, Vocab Malone. Why isn't Vocab Malone making a video about this, man? Why aren't you making videos about all these usual suspects? It's all Edomites, man. And I had more videos, but these were the videos that I had just put in this folder so, you know, I could make this lesson real quick, all right? But that's the usual suspects for you, man. Esau always wants to be in the comment board talking about the usual suspects. Well, back at you, Esau. Back at you. You are the usual suspect when it comes to dealing with children. All right, Esau. So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and Abba Wakwam Yasharallah.